Sairam students, welcome back to your English New Voices online class. Today, what we are going to study? We are going to study our continued chapter, which was Birbal's Khichdi. So, we are going to study our continued chapter, which was chapter number 10, Birbal's Khichdi. And this is the second part of our video. This is the second part of our video. Okay, so what we had read in our first part, we are just recalling the chapter one more time. The chapter was about Birbal, and Birbal was a very wise man. He was a very wise man. So it is very interesting chapter about Birbal's Khichdi. The title of the chapter is very interesting. Okay, so that wise man whose name was Birbal, one day he went to the court of Akbar, and Akbar said to Birbal that, is there anyone who can stand in this whole winter night in a cold pond? So the Birbal replied, I can find I can find in man who can who can stand in a cold pond whole night. Okay, so on that time Akbar said, you go and find that man who can stand in a cold pond for only money in this wintry night. So Birbal go and find a man who was ready to stand in a cold pond for just for the money, because he want to marry her daughter and he was very poor. That is why he agreed to stand in the cold pond just for the money. So Birbal took that man to the court of Akbar. Akbar was very surprised to see that man. Okay, so he said, you have to stand in that cold river, cold pond for whole night. If you will stand, I'll give you reward. Next morning, when King Akbar came out and see that man is still standing in the pond, he called that man come out from the pond, and he asked, how you did that? That was very wintry night. Was burning in your palace, which was very far away from the pond. I saw that fire whole night, and I see that the morning when the sun rises, when the morning begin, then I'll go and take the warmth of that fire. So Akbar said that you had done cheating, you cheated us, so it is not correct. You had not done this fairly. So Akbar said, this could not be done. I will not give you any reward. So Birbal felt very bad for that man because didn't cheated. So from that day, Birbal didn't came to the court from 4 or 5 days. Then Akbar was very worried. He go to Birbal's house with some of his ministers and asked to his wife, where is Birbal? She replied that he is making khichdi for you all. Can you please sit down? He is making lunch for you all of khichdi. Akbar sat down and waiting for the lunch. 1 hour passed, 2 hour passed, so many hours passed. When he finally agreed, he go to the Birbal and saw that what happened there. He was that Birbal was making the khichdi which was hung on a branch of a tree, and fire is kept under the tree. So he saw that and said to Birbal, how could it be possible you make that khichdi under the where the fire is very far away from that? So on that time, Birbal replied to Akbar that, your our highness, I am saying the same thing. So far away. So on that time, Akbar realized his mistake. He called the man and gave his reward to that man. Okay. So this time he realized his mistake. Okay. So this was whole about the chapter, which was Birbal's Khichdi. Now, what we are going to do today, we are going to do the bookwork of the chapter Birbal's Khichdi. Open your books, and I am going to show you the bookwork of this chapter. So, first question of the chapter is take the correct option. You just have to take the correct option. So first take the correct option is the Birbal bought a rich or poor man to the court. Birbal bought a rich or poor man to a court. So which was the man? He was rich or poor? He was poor. So take on poor. Okay. Second is the man stood in the river or pond the whole night. Did he stood in the river? No, he stood in the pond. So the man stood in the pond the whole night. So tick on POND, pond. Okay. Now the third one, the man was shivering or crying all night. He was shivering with cold whole night. Okay. The man was shivering all night. Next is fourth. Birbal did not turn up at the court for 4 or 5 days. He was not turned up to the court for 5 days. Okay. Now the fifth is Birbal tried to buy or cook khichdi. He tried to cook khichdi. So tick on cook. So first one was poor. Okay, so tick on these. Now see the next question. Next question is answer these question. We will going to do these questions in our notebook. Okay. So see the next is perfect vocabulary. Next is perfect vocabulary. So in perfect vocabulary, the first question is write down all the words that come to your mind and when you think of the word cooking. You may use this map for ideas. Okay, so here is some ideas regarding to the word cooking. So you just have to find some words and also you also have to do the write down the similar meanings, write down all the words, similar words that comes to your mind whenever you think about any word cooking. Okay, for example, here is the cooking, the related word is taste. Taste, memories. So taste, what would you like, what would you write in the taste, like sweet or sour? Next is memories, like memories like vacation, hotel, rain, there where you had cooked some pakoras or you had cooked some any other dishes in the rain, or at your time of vacation where you had your kitchen, or you can add noodles, you can make noodles at the time of your vacations. So in memories you can do that. And in cooking, the another thing which is related, another word which is related to the cooking, like people, that you had your grandmother with yourself, or grandfather, or any of the other person of your family. Then ingredients like coriander, cashew, you have added to the dish which you had cooked. Next is process. If you had used any process while cooking, like steaming or like any other, so you can write that process also. Next is dishes, what you had made for your at the time of your cooking, which is like noodles. If you had made the noodles, if you had made any other thing, you can write that also. And the next is utensils. Of course, utensils is a major plays a major role while cooking. So what utensils you had used, like wok, spoon, pressure cooker, you can write that also. Okay, so like cooking, if you, any other words with related to the word cooking comes in your mind, write down also below here only. Okay, now see the next question. Next question is take the correct phrase in each pair. You just have to take the correct phrase in each pair. One has been done for you, like light a fire. It is correct that light a fire or light a flame. It is correct that light a fire. We are going to light a fire. We cannot light a flame. Okay. Next is go up in fire. Go up in fire is correct phrase, or go up in flames is a correct phrase. Correct phrase is go up in flames. So tick on, go up in flames. Tick on, go up in flames. Next is third one is start a fire or begin a fire. Begin a fire is not a correct option, so we have to tick on the start a fire. Tick on the column of start a fire. Fourth is fire started out. Fire started out. So it is correct, or fire broke out. It is correct. Correct one is fire broke out. Correct phrase is fire broke out. Next is fifth one. Golden glow of fire. Is it correct? Or silver glow of fire? Does fire, when the fire burns, which color it creates? It creates the color of golden. So the golden glow of fire is the correct phrase. The correct phrase is golden glow of fire. Next is six. Catch fire or get fire. Catch fire or get fire. So the correct one is catch fire. Okay, correct one is catch fire. Next is one more time, just see that. Tick on, you have to just tick on the correct phrase. So first one had been done for you. Second tick on the go up in flames. Third one is tick on start a fire. Then fourth is tick on fire broke out. Fifth is tick on golden glow of fire. Sixth is tick on catch fire. Okay. Next is your grammar portion. In your grammar portion, the first question is fill in the blanks using A or N. You just have to use A or N and you have to just fill in the blanks. So the first one is, you know now, we had read about the articles where you have to use A and where we have to use N. When the word is start with the vowel like A, E, I, O, U, we are going to write N there. And if the word start with the any consonant, which are the remaining words beyond A, E, I, O, U, except A, E, I, O, U, we use A there. So the first is, for breakfast I had dash banana and dash orange. So first word of banana is B, and B is a consonant. So we use A here. Write down A. And the next is orange. So the first word of the orange is O, which is a vowel. A, E, I, O, U, in which O arises as a vowel. So write N before orange. Write N before orange. Next is second one. My brother had dash apple. My brother had dash apple, dash guava, and dash apricot. So the first word of apple is vowel. So we have to write N here. Next is guava. So the first word of guava is G here, which is a consonant. So you have to write A here. And the first word of apricot is A, which is a vowel again. We have to write N here. Okay. Now the third one is for lunch. I will have dash sandwich. So the first word of sandwich word is A. So write down A here. Sorry, S. So the S is a consonant. Write down A here. Next is the fourth. I will have dash snack in the evening if I am hungry. So the first word of the snack is S. So it is a consonant. We have to write A here. Okay. Now see the next. Next is, our next one is, see here, B. There are the right two sentences each. Using these words, use any in one sentence and some in other sentence. Like when there is only one thing, only singular thing, we say there is. Okay. And when we are talking about the many things like plurals, so we are using there are. For example, there is a cherry on the cake. So we are talking here about only one cherry. So we are writing there is. And if we are talking about so many things like there are apples in the basket, so we use there are. So on this behalf, we are have the next question. We are having the next question, which is the fill in the blanks with there is or there are. One has been done for you. First is there is a fish in the bowl. Here we are talking about only one fish. So we write there is a fish in the bowl. Okay. Second is dash some sweets on the plate. So we are in when we are talking about the sweets, Here is the S word, which shows the plural. That means there are so many sweets. So write down there are here. Okay, there are in the second. Third is dash a cat on the table. We are talking about only one cat here. So we are writing here. We have to write here there is. So third is there is a cat on the table. Fourth is dash a dog on the sofa. Again, we are going to talk about a single dog. So here we write there is a dog on the sofa. Okay. Fifth is dash a big apple tree in my garden. Here we are just talking about only one tree, one apple tree. So again we are writing here in the fifth one there is a big apple tree in my garden. So I'm going to recall it one more time. Write down in second there are. Then in third is there is. Fourth is there is. Fifth is there is. Okay. Now the next is writing section. In writing section, what you have to do, complete this story with the help of the picture clues given. One has been done for you. You just have to see the picture and write the name of that picture only. Okay. And you have to complete this story by doing this. First is, see, once there is a picture of mouse. Write down mouse. Here it has been done for you. Next is, whenever he looked up at this is the sign of moon. Write down M-O-O-N, moon. M-O-O-N, moon. Okay. Then he thought it was a piece. He thought it was a piece. So write down it was a piece. So next is a picture of cheese. So write down CHEESE, cheese. Write down CHEESE, cheese. Then see, I wish I could reach the. Then there is a picture of moon. Write down MOON, moon. Next is said the. Then there is a picture of mouse. Write down MOUSE, mouse. Next is I can help you. Said the picture is of giraffe. Write down GIRAFFE, giraffe. GIRAFFE, giraffe. Then the again a picture of giraffe. Write down GIRAFFE, giraffe. Then lifted the mouse with his neck. There is a point on the neck of the giraffe. Write down NECK, neck. NECK, neck. Then again the picture of moon. Write down MOON, moon. MOON, moon. Was still too high. I can help, said the monkey. Then the picture of the monkey. Write down MONKEY, monkey. MONKEY, monkey. Then there is again a picture of monkey. Write down again in the next blank MONKEY, monkey. MONKEY, monkey. Swung the mouse. MOUSE, mouse. Onto there is a picture of tree. Then write down TREE, tree. Then the moon, 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 was still too high. I can help, said the bird. Then there is a picture of bird. Write down BIRD, bird. BIRD, bird. The bird, BIRD, bird. In the next blank again, flew with the mouse. There is a picture of mouse. Then write down MOUSE, mouse, into the sky. There is a picture of sky again. Then write down SKY, sky. SKY, sky. But the moon was still too high. But the MOON, moon, was still too high. Sorry, we could help, said the giraffe. Then the picture is of giraffe. Then write down GIRAFFE, giraffe. Then write down in the next blank bird. BIRD, bird. And the monkey. MONKEY, monkey. It doesn't matter, said the mouse. MOUSE, mouse. I don't want to go anywhere when I have friends like you, he said. So it had been, your story is completed now. Okay. Hope you have clear with all the book work. Do this in your books in a very neat and clean handwriting. Thank you so much, and study well and stay well at your homes.